Let's go with YouTube. Let's see who's off of work today. If not, everybody's working from home as usual. People were talking about Pepsi Ping yesterday as well. All these new cards. Diffuse Beam Cannon. Yeah, just an AP reduction. What's up, Pale? How's it going? Let's see who else is gonna click the notification and get on here. Working from home? Nice, nice. Should be other people working from home as well today. I am streaming until my Warhammer client comes over, which is gonna be at like 5. So probably like streaming for 3 hours, then I gotta set up my Warhammer stuff. Maybe like 2.5 hour stream. 2.5 hour. Good on lunch. Nice. On lunch from home. This is another aggro deck. Let's just play this for now. Wait, did they change? Well, I'm not logged in. I don't know why I'm not logged in, but okay, there we go. How'd your 2v2? My 2v2 went fine. I did really well. We were ahead, but my partner, I don't know him, but he just came over to play. He's like newer to the game, and he just ran in, like he just YOLO'd in on turn 2. And because he YOLO'd in, he just got annihilated, and then it was just my army left against both of the opponent's players. And so we eventually just lost. If it was another turn of my partner being alive, we could have still won. Because I was making my way towards the opponent's like home objective. But unfortunately that did not happen. I'm playing the Age deck right now, okay. I can wait or I can not wait. I think I don't really want to wait overall. The one in the turn. Is this one that searches? Yeah, it does search. And we'll save it for next turn. We're just popping off. I'm gonna be starting that new series with interviews as soon as people are free. Trying to get like, because I can knock them out pretty quickly. I'm just trying to get as many people who can sign up and then just kind of record each and every single one of them back to back to back and then upload them. I should either save them for the future, like before GTO 5 comes out. Since I'll be gone August through October, or I should just upload them continuously since there's not much to do at the current moment in Gundam. He just attacked me, so I can give myself breach here, which is a thing. Take this guy out. Okay, we got some aggression. Whether that was the right thing to do or not, besides the point. But we are currently pretty chill. This is a good time to play this card onto this and breach into him again. Perfect. Let's attack the shields again, lowering his health. Let's see what we draw. Like, I shouldn't be playing Rickdom here because I want to keep the EX alive for this guy, and that I can kind of link with him next turn. So I'll just end my turn. Keep that single EX kicking. Possibly draw Sheng Wu Fei or draw other cards. This doesn't link, dude. Are you serious? That's so depressing. That sucks. Yo, Taker, how's it going? So happening, I got Destiny plus for 75, now they're going for 1,000. Yeah. I cannot afford those $1,000 US cards. You're gonna see the half move in 30 minutes? Damn. Let me know how it is. What even is this deck, coach? It's an academy, or sorry. It's an age breach deck with Shenlong Wu Fei. That's pretty much the entire gist of it. Where's my age deck at? This is the deck list. This is literally age, Rickdom. It's like age breach. It's like literally age breach deck. So it's pretty much just a breach deck. If green had access to Rizal, the deck would be even better, but we just have Rickdom at the moment. Yeah, this deck did end up winning an NTC in GDO 2 or GDO 3. One, I think one in each. And I did do well in like locals and stuff. This was back when like the O deck was running Rampant and other decks that were like blocker heavy. This deck did really well into blocker heavy decks. And because of access to early game links and breach, you can kind of crawl back into the game, breaching and playing links early on, and then obviously the EX resource allowed you to kind of drop multiple cards at once. And if your opponent ever fell behind by a bit, you would just win because all your cards have been breaching the entire time they've been trading. Wing of Zero, that is not good. That is very bad. He did lose the Ale Strike though. Hero Yui? Okay. It's kind of okay. Double Shenlong, Breach. Getting pretty close to game over here. Like, this guy has so many cards in his hand, but it doesn't matter if he's gonna lose. I haven't seen a Shang Wu Fei yet either, so if I can see one of those, I'll be pretty good. Wing Zero did kind of get me there. A lot of damage. Hail Strike, Hero. You gonna play Hero on the Zero or just wait? Yeah. Now, if I can draw a Shang Wu Fei, that would be perfect. I wish I still had that pilot that I just played on this guy, because I thought he would have a link, but he didn't. Because I don't play this deck a lot at all. I'm assuming that the new Age LR that they're going to reveal is going to be a level 4 link, because level 4 links are kind of what makes the deck good, I guess, in the current stages of the game. Do I need to keep the Age in my hand or use it? I feel like I should keep it in my hand or force him to play Wing Zero. But this could draw me another card on the next turn, which could be Shang Wu Fei. So we'll just end our turn here, and hopefully we have either an H card to draw a different card or Shang. Today GDO 5T is 100% a command card, confirming that the other Gundams are units since it was a card name. Yes. Today's reveal was Academy's first clan, or like Academy command card, which hopefully it has the Academy tag on it. I'm assuming that it's going to be green. Because it's from like season 2 and stuff. Although it might be white. It'd be cool if it was both, like, or if it was like, I mean, either one, honestly. I hope it's green, because green needs more cards. I don't want white to gain access to more stuff. Although it is a command card, which could lean towards white, since white has access to command card shenanigans. There's Shang. which is great. I don't know if he has unforeseen or something. So I should probably just swing at the opponent like this. Swing at the opponent like this. Now he needs to have double unforeseen to stop my Shenlong from winning the game, which hopefully he doesn't have. Let's go 20 viewers already. Let's go. Okay, we just lost 2. Age wins a game. Perfect. I still haven't been able to play this card in the stuff that we've tested with so far. Yeah. Okay, let's go to other decks and play something like Freedom Blockers. I'm gonna play a bunch of different stuff today and then probably a bunch of Clan and CB. I could keep this hand. We have Archangel, which is very interesting. We have ping damage, early game, freedom, blockers, all that stuff. We don't have Lifrith. I feel like the idea is to get Lifriths, although do we really need them early on in the game? Probably against purple. We probably should mulligan this hand. Okay, he plays that. I will play a blocker and end my turn. He's gonna have a bunch of ping damage in his hand, but he can't play Adept yet because he's level 3. He's gonna go wide. Perfectly fine. Now I have options here, and I find that the option that I want to go down is play this guy, make it a 2/4, and then I'm kind of set on this. Pretty happy with that. Let's see if he has Gundam Armor on curve. Losing the EX base is completely fine here. We need a Zero System command for Wing, allowing GT nuking ability, or choose a keyword only way to Wing for Cook again. Yes, it'd be very cool if the Zero System is only for Zero, right? It's not for the other Gundams. It's only Zero has a Zero System. That's why his Hero Yui can pilot it. I do want people to get command cards for their own archetypes and stuff. So this is where I can play Unforeseen, obviously. So I can keep my guy alive. So he takes, so I lose a card on my hand, but I don't lose my blocker. And now I can for sure kill 2 of his guys, and I can kill his Gundam next turn. Not true. Okay, so it's for all, they all have the 0 system. Let's do Mikazuki. Let's ping ourselves. Let's ping this guy. Let's kill this guy. Zero system was installed in Sandrock in the show. Oh, because there's just 2 people. Let's kill this. Let's take this guy out. Pretty much destroys his whole board, and he has 3 cards left in his hand. So this should be a, I mean, it should be an easy win, but who knows, it's Gundam. It's an installable program. Got it. It would be cool if we got an installable like 0 system program that does things. It'd be very good. We can take a hit, no problem. Does nothing against us. Kira Yamato, perfect. Plays more GMs, plays more GMs. Like, it's so disgusting, man. Like, stop it, you know? Like, just stop it.
When the lonely tones feel like a cold embrace, when the echoing words are like a long lost hope, when it's all black and white, I won't show the colors, when it's all silent, I'll sing the notes. You won't be alone, 'cause I'm always here for you.
Why do you see blue Kira and white Hero being? What would you hope they are? I hope that Hero is completely unique. I want him to have a completely unique ability that nobody else has. And then following that, I want Kira. I really don't care about Kira. Like, I don't know what Kira is gonna have. It's probably gonna be some rest ability as usual, or maybe it's a draw ability. I hope it's not a draw ability. I hope they don't give Kira a draw ability. But he is blue and they might. If it's a healing ability, I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with giving him a draw ability. And I want Hero to be something very, very unique. Same thing with his Gundam. I want all the G-Team stuff to be very unique in the game. That is the idea, for me at least. Remember guys, he had less cards than I did, and now he has more cards because he's been playing Show Resolves and aggro deck. It's freaking gross, okay? It's absolutely disgusting. That's what I don't like about this game. He's going after my shield area. Okay, I can take a hit here because I might get Striker Pack or Pilot or Base. Nope. Let's kill one off. Also, he's in purple. Yeah, purple, blue, first form and all that. He wants to trade blockers with me. Okay, I'll block that one. He's got 2 guys left to swing with. Figures. And he plays more units. Who would have guessed? He's running Amuro Gundam. He's just playing Blurple. Classic Blurple deck with Rizels and a bunch of stuff. He wants to trade into me? He wants to trade into me? Okay, how about you trade into, like, this guy instead? How about that? What's your hope for Green Amuro? Green Amuro burns in hell. I'm assuming that Green Amuro will either be Breach. I'm assuming it's gonna be it gives his unit Breach. Because Amuro's like kind of offensive. It would make sense with the blue-green beatdown deck. Very, very like draw cards, gain some value off attacking, and then have piercing damage, which is Breach. Now he wants to sack into my Sword Strike this badly. He wants it very badly. Question is it even worth for my Sword Strike to die? He played another Barbados, so funnel token generator. No, the Green Amuro is probably gonna. It's not gonna be EX resource. It's probably gonna be Breach. Like, we don't need to give him stronger abilities. We just need to give him, what does green do? Green does Breach effect is the most common effect, and that's what he's gonna get. He's not gonna be a late game powerhouse. Amuro Gundam are mid-range decks. So yeah. Let's kill that guy. Let's get rid of his thing. Let's bounce the first form. We've got another good blocker here. I know we want the new cards to have like significantly newer abilities, but we can't guess what those abilities truly are going to be. But I can at least think that, okay, Amuro is an aggressive card. They want you to beat your opponent's face in with him, and green is kind of the home for breach cards, and thus New Gundam plus Amuro will probably have breach, and then it will have like high maneuver probably. I don't know if New Gundam has high maneuver, but I assume it does. And the rocket system, maybe we'll have on deployed destroy a token or something, or destroy a token, or destroy all tokens, or destroy target blocker. You could have on deployed destroy target blocker is very green. Besides that, not really sure. It's not too much that we can do with it. He wants to go into this. I mean, that's kind of valid. Shit. What is he gonna do now? So we had 12 people at local on Sunday, 6 of them first time showing it for Gundam. 5 of them were running blue, white Amuro. I'm so sick of Amuro. Gonna go see the movie. See you later, Dexter. Let me know. Yep. He wants to kill first form and then he's dead next turn. I'm okay with that. Because he'll take 3 here and then he just dies on the following turn. Six of them first time showing up. 5 of them are running blue, white Amuro. Yeah, that's disgusting. It's vile. It's vile. We're gonna kill that guy. We're gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna swing like this. Finally, he can see it. Do you see how long it took me to beat an aggro player? Like, how can it take me this long, bro? I played all the blockers and blocked him out. And this guy, look, 24 cards in the trash. I want you guys to think about this. That this man went through 24, 25, 26 cards is the total amount of cards that he saw. I saw 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cards. 18 cards. He saw 8 more cards than I did. And I only lost 1 more shield than he did. Like, there's a huge disparity in the amount of cards my opponent had access to. Like, look at this shit. He played all of these cards, literally, and I played this many. Like, absurd. Absurd, guys. This game is insane. They're super reluctant to give words like Earth Federation or new type must support, since they know over the years it will get a lot of targets. I'm guessing Londo Bell stuff will... Well, over the years, all of GDO 1 through GDO 10, GDO 8, GDO 10, yo, I guess what are we at? We're at GDO 6 right now, right? GDO 5. By the time we hit GDO 10, maybe GDO 15, the game will be completely rotated out. So yeah, I'm assuming maybe they'll do it in sets of 2. So actually no, it's not sets of 2. I think every 3 years. Every 3 years, every 15 sets, the game will rotate out, or every like 10 sets or whatever. Yeah, they have given new type, like basic new type links from GTO 2. They already were showing that they're open to giving Gundams the ability to link to new types that no one plays at the moment, but it gets first strike. Then they won't print enough LB cards to make a deck because what is LB? I don't know what LB is, but they're gonna be printing more and more stuff. They're just, again, every single time they print a set, it's just all over the place. It's all over the place. And if Wing and these decks don't get a lot of support this set in GTO 5, then like we know GTO 6 is like Zeta, double Zeta, whatever, and that gives them no incentive to print anything for the like the more modern Gundams, and everything's gonna be for the very old Gundams. And it's like, what are we doing printing stuff for the old sets? So at the, I don't know, like GTO 8, GTO 9 will really show us where the game is gonna officially be and who's gonna get how much support. Yeah, why am I playing another game of this blocker deck? I don't know, but here we are. Oh, do I keep this hand? I mean, I have Unforeseen Incident, Striker Pack. Seems viable. So many blockers now, no purple cards. Okay, we got the important card, Adept, Overflow. We got a good hand here. This would have been really bad shields. I don't need to do anything here. Unless I want to overflow and discard Justice Gundam. But we have a really good hand. Lando Bell, got it. Man, I need my streams to get back to like 40 viewers, man. What is going on? Where are all my viewers at? That makes sense. Not a lot of people are playing Gundam in the first place right now. GTO 5, I'm sure everybody's gonna get back on the hype. My local city's Discord chat, a week into GTO 5, nobody has commented a single message in the chat. Nobody's posting for looking for buy or sell because they already got everything after the first week, and everybody just stopped playing. Like, there's nothing going on really. It's like nobody's looking to collect cards, no one's looking to buy stuff. Everything's just sitting around because everybody gets the shopping done like immediately, and then it's done. It's like Christmas, you know, after Christmas is over, it's like the build up to Christmas is like a lot, and then Christmas happens, which is like the release of the set, and then you kind of spend like the next couple of days going to your Christmas parties and whatever, and then that's the end. Like throughout the entire rest of winter and December and like early January, there's nothing to do, which is why we have like Boxing Days and Boxing Weeks and stuff. It's kind of nuts. I want to get my resources used up. We have a double Adept play next turn, which is good enough to kill like something, which means I don't even have to block him at all. I can actually block this, and then he can gun tank me or whatever. I mean, he's playing red, so he can't even gun tank me, actually. Completely viable to block this. So there goes this Zaku 2. Alright, for everybody in chat, I'm going to be working on a new series coming out. Where I interview people and talk to them, and there's gonna be no editing or anything as usual, but I'm gonna be talking to and speaking to my own clients and people that have done well, getting their insights and stuff, and talking to them about what they learned from me. And I might even talk to other content creators or just whoever. As an episode, it's gonna be kind of like a podcast, but it's not really a podcast. I mean, technically it is a podcast because there's no visuals really. But yeah, so look forward to that because I'll be making something fresh on the scene. And talking to people like what they learned, how did it go, what their experience was into certain matchups, or how they play this sort of matchup, why they won this game in particular. Lately, I'm trying to find a deck I enjoy playing. Jim Dandy trying to make the turn A cards work. Yeah, one thing I find in Gundam is you'll have more fun playing the game if you stop trying to make really, really bad archetypes work. Okay? Like, if you're trying too hard to make something work, it's just not going to work. That's just simply how it is. That's kind of how I see it. Why did I do that? I don't know, but we did it anyways. I can play a blocker. I could play this turn just to negate anything coming out, and I can also play it because I want him to play his Link now if he has one. So if he plays a Link now, clears the base, I'll kill his Link with Ail Strike and kill the other two guys with the other two cards that I have. But if he doesn't play a Link, then he can't get to my Archangel base, which will buy me time. But yeah. I've been liking turn A. Someone at locals is playing it with green and running breach. Yeah. Decks that are like not very good, like Vegan and turn A and stuff, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do, but I think a good thing to remember about Gundam card game is that they always give it to you in like 2 waves essentially. Like you always want to wait for the next set to come out for turn A to get support, then really look at it and hope for the best. Okay, so I really want to play more blockers, but also it's kind of hard to play just blockers. Okay, I have double adept here, which is pretty solid. That's pretty good. And double adept is good because I can immediately ping 2 of my opponent's units off, which is excellent. Or sorry, 1 unit off. Okay. I know we didn't play blockers last turn, but I'm pretty confident with 4 HP, him not having a Link, hopefully, and me having a blocker. We're pretty good to just stick around. And I'll play blockers on the back end. If I block this here, then he can Rick Dom this, take out the shield anyways, but I can kill Rick Dom with one of these guys, so I think it's okay. If I don't block here, he has to swing something else into the well, he'll hit my shields at that point. Yeah, he'll breach, I'll lose 1 shield, and then I can wipe his whole board, play blockers. And if I get like a singular ping damage, I can also get rid of this. Time to start stabilizing. Okay, he has no he has no pilots playing Nyan. Okay, well let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy. I could play Ailstrike just to bounce this, keep a blocker up, and then be pretty content with that. But I feel like, I don't know if he's playing Char. I hope he's not playing Char. But I mean, the answer is probably that he's playing Char. So I probably shouldn't be losing as many shields as possible. I think I will play the Ailstrike and stall the game out a little bit more. So I can only lose one shield right now, not two. So I'll need that one last shield against his Char Link if he has one. If he wants to trade here, I'm perfectly okay with trading. I'm fully okay with that. That's so nice for me. He gets another Charizard 2, which means he got another +1. He's gonna get another +1 again. Drawing him 2 cards for free is very disgusting. His last card in his hand must be a pilot, possibly. Or like level 8 G-Clux or something. Of course, when I attack into his shields. Play this card, play this card, make it a 2/4 blocker. Play this card, end the turn. Blocker up. Yeah, if I can get a Link next turn, I win the game, but of course... Well, if he doesn't swing at me, but we'll see what he has. That Charizard 2 giving a Charizard 2 is very annoying, because now he just gets another plus. Like... It's very disgusting to gain access to that kind of stuff. I don't need to block this, because I have enough, almost enough for a free kill, especially if I draw Mikazuki. And I don't want him to search another unit this turn. G-Fred, he's gonna ping my whole board. That opens up Rick Dom to swing at me, which is basically A-OK. Graceful Demeanor. I can double bounce 2 of his cards. I'll bounce these 2 cards. You can replay them, but it's kind of okay. This Charizard 2 I want to remove off the board. Well, let's just bounce these 2 and get them out of here. That's fine. I have an extra draw for first form. I have another Lifrith. So let's suicide this directly into the Rick Dom so I can get some more stuff. Let's play this. Let's play this. And let's play this and give the extra damage to Rick Dom in itself. Yeah, does he have pilot? He has no more pilot, so I can actually give it over to the first form. And then end the turn there with a bunch of blockers up. We have 5 blockers. We should be relatively safe here from basically anything except for a Shard Link. Sword Strike. Let's see if we can find ourselves a extra card. No, we do find Unforeseen though. That's pretty important. He gets a base. That's totally fine. We have 5 blockers. He's got 5 attackers, but we have Unforeseen Incident on top of that. So we're looking pretty good here. We unfortunately have to end our turn. Unforeseen is going to be held for a final swing into our life. Most likely. We'll block him with this guy. I did give him a shield and he did draw 1 card, yes. But I mean, I gotta swing at some point. If I drew like a Kira off the top, I would have killed him there, right? Because I had lethal on board with 6 swings plus Kira, that's 7 swings in 1 turn. He would die. Here I'm gonna trade this guy for that guy. So that's why I swung with the first form, is to, if I draw the Kira I win. See, there is the next card. There's a Kira. And now I win. The base is cooked. There's the Char. Cameron, every time I turn on your stream, it's the same decks you play against? Really? I mean, there isn't a lot of selection in Gundam, right? We won that game, boys. That was a rough one, but we did it. got the dub. We got the dub. Okay, let's get off of this deck. This deck has won 2 games now. We're on a win streak. What else do we want to play today? Some clan? Maybe some Psycho Gundam? Probably not Psycho Gundam. Probably clan. Where is my clan deck? We can also play red, purple, CB. It's pretty good. What are you running in clan? Hello house, how's it going? Clan currently this is the deck list, I guess. This was the last one. It's the same one as we were playing like weeks ago. But I kind of want to go back to the super burst heavy one. Probably today. So right now we're gonna be playing this clan deck, just for the funsies, and see how it does overall. Why do I have only 2 Exias? That's the question. A lot of clan players in my locals play this list. Yeah, especially, I mean, this is what most people played, this style of list. But what I really want to do is ignore this style. I want to go back to playing a lot of burst cards and being good with all the card advantage in the world is the idea. So let's remove Red Gundam from the list. People are playing a lot of blocker decks, so this one has to stay in the deck. This one obviously is going to stay in the deck. That ping damage is very useful for attack power, also gets through Lifrits. I went 2-1 on Sunday with Clan, dropped a game to blue, white, Norm in the finals. Very good, close. Exia is pretty good for close combats. 4 Gelgugs, of course. Remove this card out of the deck. Put Exia. We don't need to play bases as usual. And then what we need to do now is play, if we're trying to destroy aggro in particular, close combat, battle of aces, go down this whole route again, improve technique. Okay, so we have all this. We have 51 cards because we would reduce the Suji down to 3 is how it used to be. Or this many Red Gundams, or 3 first strikes. We can also just play 3 Exias instead of running all of them. This is pretty good. There's something I'm probably forgetting to add though. Let me pull up my clan deck in real life so I can spot the difference real quick. What am I missing from my real life clan deck? Oh yeah, the level 8 G-Clux, of course. The level 8 G-Clux. Is the level 8 G-Clux as mandatory in the current game? Is the big question. Because basically Exia is replacing our level 8 G-Clux. At the moment. Of course I can do this and this and fit it in for level 8 G-Clocks like that. If I can find the level 8 G-Clocks, that is. There it is. The alt is only 35 now. It's kind of crazy. Something like this would pretty much work pretty well. We don't have Maneuver Gundam. We have early game these. Battle Ace I still find pretty damn good, especially the combination of these two cards here. Improved Technique is the one that's more dangerous, but it gets around Rick Dom and a lot of Wraith cards. I guess I have to evaluate everything here. And this card's so good at 4. Just so good at 4. This one I only need once a game. These two, I think 2 Exias is fine. So 4 of these, 3 of these, a bunch of those, 12. Okay, I guess we don't need that many of those. We'll just run with this, but I find 4 Sujis is a bit too much a lot of the time. I find that it's too much a lot of the time. And what is probably more useful is just running a simple base instead. In the deck list. We could also run a single Hand Maneuver Gundam. But we can't really do that. Looking at the ratios, everything's good. Level 5, level 7, level 8, everything's pretty good. Schoolgirl Searcher is going to be at 4. The base is essentially just another draw card. This is a Schoolgirl. Maximum Burst. And then St. Gabriel. I mean, technically I can cut these 2 cards and put in 2 alternate cards instead. If I really wanted to. Or I can lower Schoolgirl and run 3 Schoolgirls, 2 encounters, because a lot of the time I'm just trying to find the pilot. But I could whiff, so I don't want to whiff. Yeah, I think we're pretty good with this. Let's just try with the 4 Sujis with no bases, because, you know, who needs those? Who needs bases? You're forgetting the level 8? Yes, Stella, hello. But token hate, all range might be better off with all range Exia. Its ability is super limited, all range over Exia. All range is definitely a card. The only reason I'm playing Exia instead is because, like, we don't want to lose to aggro, right? So we're just playing it. It's also a body, so I can at least just swing it into my opponent for 2 damage, which is just an extra hit. I could transform it into Red Gundam, but it's not fast enough. Definitely don't want to keep this hand, although we could be playing into a very blocker heavy deck. But like I say, we always want to mulligan into this unit right here. It's a very good hand, and we have high potential of burst at the moment. All range is a good card, especially into Blur Pool, but currently in the format, I'm not really worried about Blur Pool too much. Like, aggro's still gonna do aggro things, but there's so many decks playing a lot of blockers. And it's not really the tokens, but like Lifrits and Ale Strikes and the Silver Bullets that it's just kind of annoying. Of course, I'm gonna play this in our turn. We're gonna build up a whiteboard, play Red Gundam, and start swinging with a high damage into our blocker opponent here. All range attack is definitely good in a red deck that has like, well, I mean I have a lot of pink damage, but like Shatri and stuff like that. I mean I could even play this, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna, we could link with that as well and be very, very, very aggressive. And I feel like being very aggressive right now is pretty good because he doesn't have Ail Strike at the moment. We'll also get up for success. 3 damage. It's actually pretty good for us, but we really want to get to Machu and other cards. I don't know what else he could be playing, but it's actually going to be a good combo with this card as well on turn 6. We'll return it to the top for now, since there's no rush. Now I'm going to swing with the other Sugai's Gelgoog for sure. Apply a lot of pressure. Sugai's Gelgoog's going to swing. If he wants to block it, that's fine. I'm going to play 2 more bodies next turn and call it a day. Now we already have more card advantage than he does by default. Until he starts playing Show Resolves. So I think if we can get rid of his whole hand, that'd be pretty good for us. There's a Show of Resolve gone to the trash, which is very good. It means that he has a low chance of having a show in his hand. Because that was like the second card from his deck. So his other Show of Resolve should be at the bottom and the middle of his deck. Of course, there's still a chance that there's one coming up or in his hand right now. But if he plays Show, we're totally happy with that. Okay, so Improved Technique's gonna do pretty well here if I want to play it. Just to get rid of something. I always want to go wide, but if he wants to be this aggressive, he's maybe playing Victory or something. He has Ail Strike. Ail Strike's gonna go into Red Gundam. He'll take a bunch of damage. He'll take 3 damage, then I can finish him off with these 2. So we'll swing this into this. We're gonna return that to the top in case we want to play that, plus pings onto Ail Strike. We're getting a lot of burn cards into our hand, which is kind of scary. It means that we most likely don't have a lot in our shield area. We give him Kira, which is honestly totally fine. I'm gonna swing this into his shield, hoping that he blocks, because then he has to Ail Strike bounce my Red Gundam. Which, okay, he blocks it. That's, again, perfectly fine. Now I could play cards here and force him to bounce me. Getting close combat next turn. If I don't play anything, he's gonna suicide that into me. Play Ail Strike, not bounce anything. If he plays Ail Strike, he has to bounce that. But we did anyways, so I think it's fine to play both of these. Because if he wants to swing, bounce a Red Gundam, swing Ail Strike, he'll take 3, and I can close combat him next turn. And if he wants to suicide his blocker into me, that's fine, because, I mean, you know, just a trade. It seems like we're low on cards, but we're not exactly low on cards. Our deck will 100% give us access to a lot more cards coming up. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool if you just swing. We'll rebuild our hand in a couple of turns. Devout, no problem. Let's get that out of the way. End the turn. He only has Akira. We'll see what else he draws. He probably has a Bandager in his hand at some point. Bandager Akira. He's down to 2 HP, so I can see us winning here. Especially since we'll probably at least get +2/+3 from our shield area, which means he only has technically 4 cards left. 3 cards on board for each of us, so we're even here, but I have more card draw in my deck than he does. Yeah. 27 people in the live chat. Who is in here? You guys should type in the chat and let me know who's in here. Because I bet there's like 15 of you guys that I don't even, know who you are, honestly. Yeah, we'll just take the hit. 29. Yeah, he wants to trade again. Perfectly okay. He played Akira here to take less damage, but this thing just trades with this for a single swing unless he has Unforeseen. Which, if he has Unforeseen, then I can still close combat and kill it off. To improve techniques to the bottom of the deck. It is what it is. Let's get rid of this guy. Creepers is all your haters from the Gundam Community Discord. They can't get enough of you. Hell yes. My dad enjoyed that stream a lot. Obviously because I was explaining things and talking a lot in that stream in particular. But also because we got to see the haters come out in full force in that stream. Jimmy Dandy, what do you think about the 6 HP purple base that draws when it's killed? I think it's extremely good in rush decks. I don't care about the draw. I want that card more to win early. Yes. But remember, if you're rushing your opponent down and killing you, it's not going to give you another card. It's not going to give you another card. Why did he not die? He took 1. Oh, I only oh man. I messed up. I had to play this first. Ugh. Well, unfortunately, I gotta deploy my first strike now and just call it a day. But it's okay. I got a bunch of bursts in my shields. They'll all die anyways. So I don't think that card is good. I think the purple base is bad because if you're playing an aggro deck and you play a base and you're trying to kill your opponent, you're never gonna get the base's ability off because it has to be destroyed. Which means your opponent has to actually kill it by attacking it, and then you'll both get cards, which means he could get another blocker or something that he wants to stabilize the game with. Of course, you'll also draw a card, but a blocker deck's not going to kill it because there's no reason for them to attack you until they, build up a whole board of blockers and are a lot better than you. Losing against Gundam Amuro, they're so bad, bro. Like, this guy has Gundam Amuro as well. Sucks. And that's what I think about it. I don't think the base is good. I think it has 6 HP. cool. But I want everybody to think about, okay, the 6 issue part is good. Check mark, that's obvious. The ability sucks a lot. And so, yeah, giving your opponent a card is never good. There's many cards like this in other games as well. And it's never good to give your opponent cards, especially in a game of Gundam, where giving your opponent like one card from burst is like you just lose. And then giving them a card from the top of the deck is basically just even worse, especially when they can play it immediately on their own turn. Is not very good. If they're going offensive into your shield area, that means they have the tempo and control over the game. And so this thing fucking healed, bro. Oh, that's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's very annoying that he healed. So yeah, the 6 issue base is not good. Even if you're playing an aggro deck, it just doesn't fully make sense. Like, do I just play this card now? Because I won't get the ping off. And you can just heal. Or I can hold to ping something else for 3. I'm going to 8 next turn, so I can play everything in my hand. Yeah, I can literally play everything that I want in my hand next turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass and let our shields do the work for us. Yeah, so that's what I think about the 6 issue base. Hopefully that explains it. And if you're drawing cards off of that base in an aggro deck and winning, your opponent should just not kill it. I don't know why they're attacking your base to give you extra cards. And if they're attacking your shields, then you should not have any dominance over the battlefield. And they should have probably blockers up or something. Yeah. That's a good point. Appreciate the insight. You're welcome. That is what I'm here to do. Answer your guys' questions. Okay, he plays that. We get this guy. We can't kill anything, but we can Suji Link here. We can kill this dude and put it to the bottom. And then we lose because we have... Well... Yeah, we're not gonna kill it. Next game, Suppression. I gotta remember that Suppression is in the game. And that was the entire reason that I was playing bases. Gundam Exius is very important to aggro decks, but this is also another thing that I can just kind of be like, let's just not play anything that counters aggro and just try to destroy the blocker decks in particular. Because the blocker decks are the ones that are we need to kill. The aggro decks, it's just already so hard to beat them. It's so hard to beat them, it's ridiculous. Although Exia does help a lot. I don't want to remove this card ever. I find like everything went pretty well there overall for what we're trying to do. Pretty much went pretty well. We really need another card in Clan. Like, imagine if we had a G-Quux level 4 Link, or we had a like level 3 LR, or another level 3 unit that had an actual strong ability. Because Gelgoog is just a basic card, but if you could play a level 3 card that had something, like how Purple has a bunch of cards that can just kill your opponent's unit stuff, is very, very good. We don't have access to any of that. It's kind of sad. It's kind of pretty sad, to be honest. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Again, if you guys don't know, since half of you guys were not in here early in the stream, I am doing a new series coming out, where I'm gonna be interviewing my own clients and probably other people as well, talking to them and trying to gain their insights on how they play their decks, and particular insights into like the matchups and what you should do in certain scenarios, and their experiences and my experiences, as almost like a commentator from like a competitive game perspective. And because I have knowledge as well, it'll be a good time for me. I don't need to play this Schoolgirl right now because I already have access to these cards. I'm gonna wait, not show I'm playing Clan just yet, and see if I can draw any of those early game like close combats or Exias, and then save it for when I really need to turn it into a pilot in particular. New series, Coach After Dark. Ooh, Coach After Dark. People are telling me to call it First Contact. Like we could name it like Coach's Insight or something along those lines. I don't really know. So if you guys have a name for this series, or a lot of people also said that I don't have to name it as a series, like I don't have to name it what the series will be called. I can simply just upload videos and do like whatever we talked about, get some clickbait like thumbnail from the conversation itself, and then put that as the main caption, I guess, for the thumbnail. We're pretty good here. That Schoolgirl is going to be saved for trying to find our level 7s and 8s later on to the game and finding Machus. Clickbait is important for YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll record the whole episode, and every single episode, whatever I found to be like, whenever somebody says a phrase or something, or says something like that's very good for the clickbait thumbnail title of the video, then I'll just use that, because people will hear that's something that I said in the video, or the person I was interviewing said as well. I find it very interesting that I go from 20 viewers to 30 viewers, and then like I lose 10 viewers within like 10 seconds. It's very interesting. Okay, Impulse Gundam don't matter. What does matter at the moment is, do I need to deploy Red Gundam and get a value out of that? And get the breach value. Being able to see what's at the top of my deck is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna ping this. I'm gonna put Suji on here because I want you to see what's at the top, and I will return this to the top because now I have access to a bunch of ping damage. I believe I put it at the top. Return the card to the top. Yeah. I did have a thought while playing Clan Sunday. I wondered if you could put Suji and Red Gundams and put them in a different deck to utilize the Scry. So I think it was at the start of GTO 4, at the end of GTO 3, somewhere around there, that I well, no, GTO 3 I said this, that you don't have to play Clan with all the Clan cards, because most of the stuff that's doing the work in Clan is red, and the green stuff is like whatever. So you can absolutely remove the green stuff if you want, and it wouldn't be better than playing pure, but it would be a different option. Now going into GTO 4 though, GTO 4 is where we have access to some more cards, and cards like Encounter as well. And now you can absolutely, it just made it like 5% better to play like mono red or play something else instead. Like, and honestly, like, you don't even need to play Suji with Red Gundam, you can just play Red Gundam by itself. But yeah, if you wanted to play Suji, because he also is a new type, which means you can go with your Zeon deck. So that'd be like also a way to put Suji onto Zeong, some of the two tokens, and get all that stuff going. It's pretty good. We do need to get rid of his shields here, so we're gonna attack directly into his shields. Suji, level 8. We definitely want the level 8 in this game because he's playing a deck that has like low HP. Now the question is, do we want to swing with the 4-2 as well? The 4-2 will simply die to one of these things. It's also level 4, so you can't impulse it. So the answer is like, no. I'd rather just not do that. And we're getting a good card next turn, so I'm going to just save everything we have and enjoy our life. I'm listening from work, so can't interact much. I wish I saw the hater stream. I can only imagine their issues. The hater stream, yeah, if you want to go back to my YouTube channel, it was the stream was the Yap session one. The thumbnail for it is like Seto Kaiba in Amuro's helmet laughing. Putting it on stream right now. Live. Yeah, the Supreme Yapper is live. That's the stream. If you go to that, I only like it's a 4.5 hour stream, but I only played I think 3 or 4 games in that stream total. Everything else was just honestly talking about, it was a very educational stream on how to improve, almost like a coaching stream essentially. And then at the end of it, there is also a whole hater section. So if you want the hater section, just go to the end of that and you'll start to hear me talking about all the haters near the end of the stream. And the comments and all that. It's very funny. And of course, the 2 most hated videos I have, well, yeah, 2 most hated videos I have on YouTube, if not 3, is going to be the original Lupus video. Lupus carry, it's never Lupus, and then it's going to be the there's too much card draw in the game is the other one essentially, or there's too much card draw in the future of the game, which would suck. Okay, so we are going to swing into this, grab Suji. This is a card that's going to go to the bottom because he has too many higher level units that we don't want to keep that forever. Breach, attack his shields, breach again. Or not breach, but just take out a shield. Let's see if I can try to find a schoolgirl or something. So I find Red Gundam. We're getting a lot closer to Machu in our other cards. This also allows me to play close combat here. Although we don't need to play close combat, but I feel like it's a good time to get rid of this card. And then simply put down a breaching Red Gundam so we can also breach into anything that he has next turn. Or pump over his shields if he places one. I also used a schoolgirl there since our hand is pretty good. We're pretty optimal till turn 8 now. And we had 1 mana left over. It's a good time. Going through like half the deck so far, it's a pretty good chance that we get to see what we want. And if not, we're going to get 3 cards closer to getting to Machu and our level 7. Which if we draw level 7 now, that'd be obviously really good. Have you guys, so there's 19 of you guys in chat. Have you guys talked to your local community and asked them the question of what do they think about my videos and my streams? Or does your local community not really interact with YouTube or my streams or my videos, right? My content, exactly. Because I find that a lot of, like, my own community doesn't even, like, listen to my own content, to be honest. Mostly. Which is always a thing. Do I want to waste this single ping damage? I do, because I want to be really, really aggressive next turn. We're good here. So yeah, I'm always interested to hear if people have a community that listens to me, or if it's just like one person out of the city. Because so far I've noticed that it's just like one person out of every single city that listens to me. Maybe two. Might be a couple, but overall majority of people don't really even know that my channel exists. Which is why it's cool if you guys like a video from me and share it with your own communities and other communities, or Facebook if you guys use Facebook or Reddit. My community don't even know you exist. We also have our own local popular YouTuber for this game. Who is your local popular YouTuber? I know of 3 people who definitely watch your stuff in my local area. Yeah, so there's 4. You plus the other 3 is 4. Not too worried about Breach, but I do want to be offensive. I don't have to swing with this guy. I can kind of just keep it up for suppression's sake. And I feel like that's kind of okay. But we'll swing with it. Supreme Kami is their channel. Supreme Kami, that name sounds familiar. I see. I do not know who this person is. Oh, I've seen videos from them because this is your local the Gallahorn lover. And yeah, looks like he has a lot of these GX SD stuff. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of this content. I actually watch 0 of it because it's just like store championships. But yeah, nice. Oh, I don't have enough damage to finish the game off. I know I've sent just stuff to my friends before. Usually just wanted to watch if it's a video about an archetype they play. If not, then interact with it a lot. Yeah. Ezel Smoot. You are more popular than you realize, at least in Houston, Texas, which is one of the more competitive scenes in the US format. I'd just say a little stale right now until GTO 5. Yes, I do know I'm pretty popular, but obviously off of my subscribers and off of like just interacting with other people, I know that I'm not followed by or viewed by every single person. And a lot of people also, like, I'm really popular, I guess, in the competitive areas, which, you know, Houston, Texas is or I believe the Houston and Texas areas are pretty competitive. And I find that competitive people find my channel a lot more. And 90% of the casual or semi-competitive players don't find my channels. And I know from my previous stream talking about the haters that I'm also gate-kept from the community, at least in the Gundam server and stuff. That if I get brought up, people simply say don't watch this guy or don't listen to him in the Gundam Discourse community server especially. I used to post my content in there. Looks like I won that game. Let's go. But yeah, I have a few people who also are, I mean, Texas is very big, but I have a few people in Texas that I also talk to who play and stuff. So I'm glad to be popular in Texas especially. Since Texas is probably the better places in the United States. I don't know if everybody in chat would agree with that, but keep this hand because we got Gelgug in it. We're kind of on a huge win streak right now. We actually lost that one game, but we've kind of I think we're 5-1 or 6-1, which is quite nice randomly. Playing all these different deck archetypes. Even Age Gundam we won a game with. Yeah, so let me know when you're free to make that video whenever you're off work and have nothing to do. We're gonna get that podcast episode 1. You know, whoever wants to be on episode 1 needs to reach out to me because I did ask on my own server. So like, you know, we'll see who's gonna be episode 1. Whoever wants it more. Cause yeah, some people just kind of like got busy or dipped or don't reply. Or are scared of talking on the internet, I guess. Because it's not even with webcams, it's just gonna be like chatting. I wonder if this series I should be on webcam to get more interaction with the community. Might be pretty good, but that means I have to shave and do all these things that I don't really want to do. Stella. Yeah, I definitely don't want this person to summon anything, so let's get rid of that. Let's swing at the shields, and we'll end our turn here. Do I need to be very, very aggressive into him? I feel like he's playing the deck, so I'm going to be very aggressive into him. Like, we do have level 7 and level 8 in our hand, but I feel like with the hand I have at the moment, I can actually swing 3 more shields and be quite aggressive, and then I'll scale to the late game with level 7 and level 8, so as long as I keep drawing a good amount of cards, we'll be pretty happy. So ping this thing, Machu Link, add that card to our hand, swing at the shield, break it, go super aggressive. And this is what I find is one of the reasons why more competitive players win a lot more with certain decks. And it's simply because against certain archetypes, we just understand that their weakness is the early game, and so we just want to kill them as fast as possible. And so that's kind of what we're doing here. Just swing, 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 swing. And we just kind of turn into this aggro deck and just run them over as fast as we can. And yeah, hopefully he doesn't have another Victory Gundam to Victory Gundam, Uso, Link, summon a token, draw 2 cards, kill 2 of my guys. That'd be extremely depressing. Of course, I'll still give him a -1 off of my ping in my hand. But that would be an insane turn from him. Well, I just want to ask you questions for the community. Yeah, you can ask me questions. I'll be asking questions too. And I find that I've been on other podcasts and I've coached teams and stuff. I'm probably one of the better people to, you know, yap and keep talking and keep the conversation going. And I'm also very like open to either like weird jokes or just talking in general about many things. Like I can literally talk about a hot chocolate right now and how like every single Christmas sometimes like my family will buy that mixed hot chocolate box from like the dollar store or whatever, and you know, I always honestly at the end of it there's always the one singular pack of hot chocolate that's left, and I always try to get the turtle one first. And I found that after doing this like a couple times that the turtle's chocolate is actually, there's only 3 packs of the turtle chocolate in there, and the one that sucks the most only has 5. So like they give you the best one the least and they give you the worst one the most, which is, you know, classic. Do I want to first strike this guy? I want to swing into his shields first. I remember the first 2 weeks after VX was real, people kept saying it was trash and you played it in decks earlier than most YouTubers, and now it's Res Tipple. Yes, exactly. I was the first person to upload a video about all the cards, and so everybody could even go back and check my insights on what I said about every single card in GDO4, like immediately the first day. And yeah, it's pretty good. I don't want to walk into an unforeseen incident, which would be very depressing. 6. I guess I would still kill this guy. So maybe I do want to walk into unforeseen incident. That sucks. We'll kill this guy. We're pretty happy here. I feel like he doesn't have anything to interact with us on the next turn. and we at least have 4 damage in our hand sitting tight. But yes, the problem with most people is that for me to say something is good or bad, now anybody can be wrong, but the reason why I'm right, you know, there's a thing about like Shaz, which is my name, or coach is always right, essentially, is because I have an entire process and evaluation plan, essentially, to check off before I can say a card is good or not, essentially. Right, and I understand that some cards will be good in certain instances or ways, which is fine, and I'll bring those up generally, but most of the time I am simply gonna be correct because I have actual logic being put into place on how I am correct and why I'm correct. I do need to play this to try and grab whatever I can. This is going to be the best one because I can go level 7 next turn with both of these. I'm going to swing into the shields again, and we'll see if he chooses to block or not. It's a little wild because when Coach was talking about the first contact, SP was $30 or lower. His video comes out talking about it. Delisted at $60, relisted, yeah. Yeah, the code's SP. I picked up my first contact SPs for I think 30 Canadian, so they were even cheaper. I think it was like 26 Canadian or something, or 30 Canadian at the end. And they did go up in price. I think every single time I've made a video, and you guys have all probably played most of my decks that I've released on my channel. And so most of my decks are received pretty well from the community and excited about it. Whether it's a top tier, like best deck in the format or not, we kind of know what the two decks are that are capable of doing that. But everything else, I built them pretty well with an identity that this should work, generally speaking. And all of my decks have proved that already, whether it's in the comment section of my videos or on my streams or winning tournaments or clients. Unlike every single other person out there, like who just, you know, makes decks on blue purple 10 times. It's kind of crazy. I could suicide this, force him to block me, but I can just go wide here. Although he can rest me, which is the thing. So it's probably better to, yeah, just simply end my turn. Force him to rest his token, sacrifice something into my first strike or into something else. And then I have ping in my hand to just remove any blockers off the board I want. I'm an outcast in my local community, 6'2", 300 pounds, jack tattooed, bearded powerlifter. I'm the loser. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially when I share them with my clan and Xeon deck. I bring up your channel a lot. Appreciate that skin tag. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? You're outcasted. I'm also outcasted in my own community pretty much because they understand that I'm a coach and I'm very, very good at, like, I'm one of the best players in the world in Warhammer 40,000 or any miniature game, if I actually learn it, etc. And I've come back from like Yu-Gi-Oh, chess, whatever it is. People kind of get really intimidated by me, probably the same way they get intimidated by you being like 6'2", 300 pounds, jack, tattooed, bearded powerlifter, right? Intimidation plays a huge factor into if someone like obviously likes you or not. And it's also, I don't really interact with people because it's kind of like, you know, you hear girls, like your wife or girlfriend or whatever, they're like chatting, and it's like, as a man, you're sitting there thinking, I don't want to talk about these things, and so we're gonna let the girls chat all day about whatever they want because it's just girl talk, right? It's literally called girl talk. So they can just have the girl talk and have their jokes and whatever, and tea spilling contests and stuff. We're just gonna go enjoy ourselves and actually have a good time. Essentially is how I view some of that stuff. Let's get rid of the blocker. And we can simply just swing into the shield area right now, actually. Although I have suppression, I can just wipe his whole board. I'm pretty happy just putting him down at 0 shields and trying to finish him off that way. Pale. Nah, man, because, like, it happened multiple times. Yes, it's happened multiple times. People seem to like you, but disagree with a lot of your views because they're meta zombies. Yeah, people disagree with me, but if you look at my comment sections or whatever, people disagree with me. But I kind of explain all my points pretty well. I explain my points pretty well to people. Because that's the entire point, and I give reasonings and back up why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because sometimes it's like in my videos there could be a misconception, or somebody might bring up a point that might be very basic or incorrect, but they don't understand why it's incorrect, and then I can kind of answer those things on stream or in the comment section, because I do try to reply to everybody who's reasonable in my comment section, which is like 90% of people. And then the people who are jackasses that just kind of like, yeah, I can't interact with this because YouTube comment section is not a place to discuss things, especially when they're coming off being very, very stupid themselves. Yeah, there's also people who on the internet who will dislike me, and they'll literally copy my stuff, right? At the end of GDO 3, my Burst Clan deck literally got got 33rd place at regionals, with all Burst cards. It was very good. My no base deck of Clan has won multiple new types and done really well for you guys as well, or 2 bases, whatever you guys want to play it as. Yeah, they are meta zombies for sure. And in other card games, like if somebody's a meta zombie, I can still beat them, and people can still beat them if they're skillful. But unfortunately, you know, it doesn't matter if you're 300 pounds, somebody has a gun. It doesn't matter if your gun is bigger. Generally, if they can shoot you, you're gonna die, right? That's kind of like Gundam. If they just kind of get there first with a gun, you're gonna die. Kind of like playing GMs is like taking out a pistol, shooting the guy. It's like, oh, you're dead. Doesn't matter if you have a gun with a shield attached to it or something. If they just shoot you and it goes through. Kind of hard to say they copied you when it's common for someone to think or the same similar decks with you. Just saying. Kind of hard to say they copied you when it's common for someone. I'm not saying like so. I'm not saying that they copied me 1-to-1 or anything like that, but I'm saying there have been people out there who dislike me, right? Who either don't like my content or whatever it is, and then they will, like maybe in a week or 2 or whatever it is, come around to exactly what I was saying, but they will still dislike me. This is the same thing as you don't want to hear your parents' opinions, but your parents are probably right. And then you turn around and learn, and you're like, oh wait, my dad was actually correct about this, but I had to learn it through a life lesson or whatever. Also, because of like coaching or just hearing my opinions, sometimes you can learn things, and then when you improve, right, you're like your mind's gonna pick up on things, you're gonna improve. That doesn't mean you're gonna improve immediately, but later on when you do improve, is because someone has already planted that seed in your head, which would be the seed. The seed is the topics that I talk about, and you're not going to realize where it came from, but the seed has been planted and it's going to activate. You're not going to remember that it came from me, or I put the idea there in the first place, and it won't really come back to me. You'll just kind of be like, I learned it. And there's also people who have friends in the same way, where you tell them something, they disagree with you, and then yeah, they disagree with you, and then eventually they turn around and say, oh yeah, I was doing it right the same way. Or they'll agree, but they won't really, you know, apologize or say that you were right or anything like that. That can also happen. I don't want to do this, but I feel like I need to draw into better cards if I can. This is not one of them, unfortunately. But then there's people like the Lupus deck. The Lupus deck people, when I uploaded that stuff, there's other YouTubers who definitely saw my video. It was pretty popular. And the entire community disliked Lupus big time. Not saying your local community, but the Gundam community on the Discord. And then other YouTube channels essentially went out and started posting Lupus content as well. Probably after seeing mine. So, yeah. And of course people are going to think... Gundam is not a complicated game. Of course people are going to think and come to the same conclusions I am going to come to at some point. That's going to be a thing. But playing a, like, for example, like extreme burst heavy decks, that's my thing. Nobody else in the Gundam community pretty much is going to play a heavy burst style deck and utilize their shields offensively as a default strategy to beat aggro. And people would just say you're just going to die, you have no blockers, blah blah blah. And now in GTO 3 and afterwards is when they kind of came around to understanding that, okay, you really need to activate burst and do really well with that if you can. So yeah, it's also gonna be concepts. But my decks are like, on my channel, my decks are pretty unique. I mean, the O is another example of where people eventually came around to playing the O and Unicorn and removing Ailstrike and Kira. Right? I was just the first person and I get to these things faster. I always tell people that speed is still a key and an element that needs to be utilized in almost anything. We're kind of just dead here, unfortunately. I don't really have anything to do with this hand. Kind of just bricked overall, if I'm being honest. So we pretty much just lose here. We don't have any bases. We could live if we get improved technique out of the shield area. So we'll see if we get anything. But yeah, Arctic Wolf, I'm not really disagreeing with you. There's obviously, like, you know, I don't know how many people are playing Gundam, but a lot of people playing Gundam. Keep it. Powerlifting card gamer, that's not something you see in my local community. Yes, mine either. One other thing to get back to Arctic's comment here is it's common for someone to think of the same or similar deck as you, right? Obviously in Gundam, yeah, because there's all these decks and stuff. But, you know, Echo would always ask this question for so long, from GTO 1 to GTO 2. He said, how long is it going to take for people to realize or come to the same conclusions as you are? And it takes people like at least a month to 2 months. I mean, I actually told them that it takes a full set. It's going to take at least a month, and it's going to take a full set for people to come to certain conclusions And that means they're basically 30 to 90 days behind where I'm at. I mean, most of the decks that I make, and when a full set of GTO 5 is going to come out, for example, all the deck identities and all the decks are going to be completely made to 100% power, essentially. And then a lot of the regionals that people go to, they're not going to have 100% complete deck lists. They're going to be behind. They're going to be behind by like months, and which is a thing. And then so speed is an element. It takes people a long time to actually catch up to somebody else, which is why if you think about school, a person who has like higher intelligence or is in the higher classes, they give them only a week or two to learn one concept, one material essentially, while they give everybody else who is in a lower educational class, I guess what we're going to call it, it takes them like 3 months to learn the same idea, which is like completely ridiculous if you think about it. So some people will just learn way faster than others, and other people will not come to the same conclusions as everybody else either. Boom. End the turn. But it is common. But we also have to think about how is it common. Like, for example, a lot of people are playing Stella's list on Academy, and they're just tweaking 1 or 2 cards, but it's Stella's list from UniXHG's thing, a video. And I mean, you know, if you share one of my deck lists with your community, they're not going to know it's my deck list, and so they're going to just take it and they're going to switch 2 cards around, and no one really, you know, understands where the idea first came from. Is it your own idea? Is it somebody else's idea? And that also kind of matters. What am I supposed to do here? Play this card. Now I can ping something if I want to. Ugh. I mean, I'm gonna kill Victory Gundam at some point. That's gonna be a thing. Yeah, if he blocks it, I don't care. But aside from me, I just love contributing for helping people. I don't really care for recognition or getting my name out there for that. Yeah, not everybody's gonna get their name out and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna get my name out for many things, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day too much. But people should know that I am the burst guy, right? Like, I'm the burst guy. You're gonna make content with your team? That's cool. That's very cool. We talked about a few times. Vanguard. Everybody subscribe to Stella's channel for Vanguard. You get to see your shiny cards. More improved techniques, eh? It's time to play my level 7. I whiff. Very unfortunate. Now the question is, yeah. I don't want him to draw more cards, but I don't think he has Victory Gundam in his hand currently, if I'm being honest. So let's just take out his base. Team channel likely. Yes, team channel. Well, your channel equals team channel. I don't need to draw another card right now. Maybe I'll save my resources for the battle aces this turn.
I heard you been feeling lonely, but you don't ever call me. It's pathetic. Oh, I almost gave you my devotions. You were playing my emotions just to get it.
This is so gay, dude.
But the truth's so loud, no more secrets now. I'm on overload, ready to explode. Time to call you out, 'cause you messed around. Don't need you no more, no.
Why have a message on Discord? It's from Ghost. I'll be down to be on episode from a judge perspective. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be a super cool, Ghost. Yeah, judge perspective on coach on that'd be a very, very cool thing. He wants to trade into me. I mean, he won't trade, but whatever. Close combat. Excellent question. Kill this guy. My friend Millie running it, bringing others into it. We haven't found the time with all the other projects we've been working on. What other projects are you working on? Another improved technique. Interesting. I whiffed again! No! Stop whiffing. I don't want to have all my level 7s whiff. Two whiffs in a row is not good. I think we've drawn 3 improved techniques in a row, or at least 2. Of course he gets another rest ability. We host tournaments fairly often. Cool, cool. Okay, I don't exactly have a lot to do here. When there's different damage from enemy, reduce it by 2. Great. Sucks. Let's see if I can draw a card. Cool. So now I can kill his first strike unit, which is not amazing. He can rest my unit, which is fine. Kind of. Let's just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of it. And then we'll pass our turn and see what he does. Hopefully get some more burst cards from our shield area. Some ping damage. Kill his V-Dash Gundam. Vended card shows. Yeah, so vend at the card shows. Plays a bunch of cards. He plays Gundam. You can rest my guy and swing into it, which I should just get rid of that. He has a bunch of card advantage. I would have to like activate. Nah, he's played short resolve. There's like no way for me to really win this game. Too much card advantage. I would have to activate like all 4 bursts from shield, and then draw like back-to-back level 8s or level 7s. Going down to, or not being +2 right now really is not good. Nay. Alright, we're gonna lose this game. Come on, Bandai, where is my board wipe? Where is the board wipe in the game? Why don't I just have access to a board wipe so I can get out of these situations? Okay, let's just concede, because no point of playing that. Let's go to Dex. Let's go to CB now, since we haven't played CB. I don't know if damage control is like fully gonna be in the deck or not, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We also don't know if I need the hearts. Can also take those out as well if we want to. Oh. $25 live chat viewers. Appreciate you guys being in the chat, hanging out. You guys should spontaneously get ice cream, or like get a box of ice cream, or take your partner out to ice cream today for no reason, and they'll just ask you like why. You can just tell them, oh yeah, I was watching the live stream and coach said to give your partner ice cream, so I ended up getting ice cream from on the way home from work, or pulled out a bowl of ice cream for you. Be pretty cool. Do I want to keep this hand? I mean, I have access to a lot of really good cards. I just don't have access to my early game cards, so honestly it's probably a mulligan, but let's just pretend that my opponent's playing a blockers. He is having an Asian name and he's high on the ladder. Probably means that he is playing aggro, but we're gonna keep the hand. And if he's playing aggro, we're cooked, but if he's not playing aggro, we have everything we need to destroy a blocker based deck. So I should also just assume that my opponent's playing aggro when I see them pick to go first. Which is like gonna happen right now. Okay, he passes the turn. It's gonna be a slow game, so I'm gonna play the CB base here and pass the turn. That's fine. I'm gonna slap down a nice Rizal statted unit. Now we can just go wide and wait to play both of our Thorns to wipe his entire board of blockers at some point. There goes Overflow, which is what he was thinking about on his second turn, if he wants to play it or not. He plays it now, which is triple Overflow into discard 2 Unicorns and Graceful Demeanor. Pretty crazy. Ale Strike, bounce, swing. Sure. It's another unit that's gonna die to my AoE here. I'm just gonna wait till we get to turn 8. Destroys the entire board. We are 2 turns away. 2 more turns of setup into a full Regeki into my opponent loses the game is the ideal situation here. Wing Gundam, that's gonna slow me down big time, but it's also okay because he will also add himself to the damage list for the eventual board wipe, hopefully. Play this big blocker, and I'll just end the turn here. His Wing Gundam is now prone to being killed by my blocker, which I can also damage control, but won't save my blocker. And next turn I have the board wipe, which is dope. He wants to kill that, that's fine. He can add 3 damage to himself. And then I can still board wipe him next turn. We'll get a base, we'll activate it, gets a heart. Okay, let's just hope he plays like 2 more blockers or something so I can get a lot of card advantage here. Come on, play 2 more Lifrits. That's a Sword Strike and play 1 more card. No? Okay. That's fine. We'll still board wipe him here. Oh, I'm doing it incorrectly. No. I'm doing it incorrectly. But it don't matter. It don't matter. We still killed almost everything on the board. A lot of people only play 2 copies of this Thorn card, but like, dude, the Thorn card's so powerful. Like, I just don't understand people don't play 4 copies. Like, I understand they're probably just trying to win through being very, very aggressive and play aggro, and at that point I'm like, okay, sure, I get it, but man, the card is so good. Like, ridiculously good. Let's play this guy. Let's play this guy. Let's put Zahart onto my blocker. Let's just swing at the shields, be very aggressive. start cracking his stuff. We have first strike on our side as well, so we can do damage. Another base. Kind of puts a dent in our plans. I don't want to use this because I'm going to draw the other one at some point. We'll swing with this still at the shields just to damage it a bunch. And we'll see what he does in retaliation. Anybody in chat playing video games? If you are playing video games, what video games are you guys playing? I know there's a Digimon sale on Steam recently, like 80% off. But unfortunately, it wasn't on. The sale wasn't for the newest Digimon. So I didn't end up buying any of the games. I don't play a lot of solo player, single player games, but I was thinking of buying something. But summer's coming up. I'm probably gonna be spending like 4 hours working out every single day and being outside. And obviously with coaching. Okay. Alright, let's see what the wing deck can do. He conceded figures. This is why I think it's a... This is why either you play aggro, okay, either you just play aggro, or you build all of your decks to beat blocker decks. Like, just build all your decks to play blocker, beat blocker decks, and you'll win a lot of your games into those blocker matchups because they're a lot more, like, palatable. And into the aggro decks, you're probably not going to win anyways, no matter what you do. And if you do win, it's kind of because they didn't get to draw any of the Amuros or pilots. Yeah, and usually a deck that is built to beat aggro is pretty offensive-ish. And if you take the tempo against aggro, you can pretty much win. I mean, we have Hallelujahs. We don't have anything else, really, but I think I'm going to keep this hand. We have a little bit of everything, which is pretty good. There's our first strike. Perfect. We're set up for a really good game. Let's play the blocker and the turn. He knows we're playing CB now, so just be aware of our first strike. He's not going to care. I'm going to swing indirectly into his shields to crack it. Improve. Yep, it's fine. Don't really care about that, honestly. Let's play this to see if we can find another unit. We cannot, and we'll end the turn here. He plays a bunch of guys. Also relevant. I do have access to first strike here, which I could deploy, but we're just gonna end the turn. We're gonna take this game pretty far. Hopefully he doesn't play like Neo Zeongs, but we do have Setsuna's Exia in our hand. He plays more blockers, more boring. Let's play this card. Let's put his heart onto it to just mill some stuff, get it even more tankier. And then eventually we can board wipe him the same way we did the other wing player. I want to get as many units out as possible, and then I can board wipe him next turn. So next turn I'll deal 4 to all of his units, and that should kind of be really, really good for me. He still has a bunch of cards in his hand, which is crazy. And let's do the board wipe. And we'll end the turn, wipe his entire board. We almost have lethal on the board. We also have first strike next turn. If we draw Sasuna, we have suppression next turn. Okay, he's gonna reduce his own HP by 1, draw a card, he has no options. Banshee mode is even at 12, he is at 12. So he can double strike 2 of my cards, which I really don't care about since I will first strike him later on. And be completely fine with. He gets to kill 3 of my cards here, which is really, really good for him, but fine. Not a big deal. Because we have access to first strike. Attack the shield area here, just to get a little bit more AP on my own unit. And then we'll swing directly into this. Draw a card, select it to our hand. Let's play 2. Let's put this guy down because we really either need more CV cards in our trash, or he doesn't play any like low level units, so okay, now we just take out his shields. Take out his shields again. I don't want to get double pinged. He's probably going to ping this guy off, so we're going to swing with him. Battle aces, kills a dude. It's fine. We could put a suppression unit, but then he's going to double ping it with another Neo Zeong, which will kill this, and then this thing will still be around with a lot of AP. Unless he goes full frontal. This is kind of our game-winning card though, so I don't really want to play it. Yeah, we'll play it. White base. He's trying to draw more cards. Neo Zeong pings. Okay, he's not targeting my Setsuna. Okay, he spends 2 cards on it. Full frontal, does nothing, doesn't attack me. Okay, let's just swing directly at his shields, get rid of that. Let's swing at his life. Let's ping this guy, let's play this guy. And unfortunately he doesn't link. I'm gonna save this for if we get a link off the top of our deck. Since we have the blocker link and we have his own links as well. He concedes, we beat Neo Zeong, perfect. Let's go, another win with the Exia deck. Are there any other decks that I want to run today? Any other decks that we want to run today? Haven't played any wing in a minute. LM. Oops. my decks. League Militaire, League Militaire. Okay, League Militaire. A league of its own. I want to play all these cards, and I want to play Victory Gundam, Core Fighter, Striker Pack. I don't like the Unicorn Banner stuff. Like, I really don't care about that. I'm gonna be honest. V-Dash Gundam. I don't want to play the blocker stuff either too much. I do want to play Rick Diaz though. I like Rick Diaz quite a bit. Okay, we have 9 cards to add to the deck. I swear there was another pilot. I'm just forgetting what pilot it's gonna be though. There was this card as well. That was quite cool. We're playing white. Do we really need to play white? There's obviously Amare Gundam, which I don't exactly want to do, but Amare Gundam goes into the deck really, really well, of course. Prove you don't need Amare Gundam. I mean, definitely don't need it. There is the green base that gives all of your units extra damage on your opponent's turn. There's also Goof to get more card advantage. Also, this card also works with it because of all the tokens. It would just deal damage to somebody. This is a UN block, which gives you another 4/1, which is cool. Silver Bullet is also a thing. Of course, there's Zeong. Map Tactics is a card. Justice Gundam. I like having like Atherin. This is pretty cool, but we already saw other people do this. What else gives Breach? Of course, like turn A Gundam, but we're not really gonna play that. Corsica base. Well, we don't have to play Corsica, we can just play 4 white bases. It's a lot of bases though, I'm gonna be honest. Playing Shore Resolve, I don't really like playing that whole Shore Resolve type of deck. Purple. Purple has access to some stuff. High God summons another token, but only Cyclops Team Link. No. I had a deck for this too that was doing pretty well. Could go green for token or aggro support, red for ping, Muse Young or Mafty, purple for commands. Yeah. You know what? Actually, you know what I want to do? Actually, here's what I want to do. I want to go. I want more defensive cards. So let's go for like Unforeseen. Because I want to protect Victory Gundam. And then let's do Overflowing. Which is fine. Providence Gundam could also be a thing. I kind of just want to play this pure style deck a lot. And then like Striker Pack is just another blocker. Sacrifice is too good not to play. I don't need to play Lifritz in the deck if I'm doing this. Could get Lifritz out of the deck and play 2 more cards that are something that are very strong. Oh yeah, Rizels. I know people don't like Rizels in this deck list too much, but it is like a thing. Just having 2 in there for a beat stick is not bad. Let's just try this weird deck out and see how it goes, honestly. I'm not gonna do the whole Mikazuki thing because, like, you know, having the best package of the game is just kind of cheating. Gun Cannon Amuro is definitely a thing, but we're trying not to play Amuro. Atherin's a thing, and I could 100% have done Atherin for breaching. Also, Shenlong is a thing. Probably should have done Shenlong, honestly. We're gonna mulligan this hand. Okay. Hand's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I was gonna play a deck with 0, play a whole deck with 0 pilots. I should probably do that. Okay, let's hope I don't get close combated and burnt. Okay. Okay, things are going good so far. He's playing Neo Zeon. Okay. Now if I swing with this guy, he can burn me with burn spells and kill my unit. So I probably don't want that to happen. What I do want to happen is I want to put the base out there, play a Rake Diaz, honestly. Rizal's pretty good. Let's put the guy out there, force him to play his 2 damage ping onto me if he wants. And let's see if he wants to block this as well. He blocks it, I get a +1 on a token. This token will trade with his blocker at some point. We're pretty happy with everything. He plays another blocker and another blocker. Maybe his hand is very filled, very bricky right now. We do have a blocker on board though. I can just go white on him. Let's just play these. Hey Army, how's it going? It's going good, going good. I'm gonna have to log out here in a bit. But it's going pretty well. We're at 25 streamers right now, or 25 viewers right now. Pretty solid, pretty happy. With that, we won most of our games today actually. I think we only lost like 2 or 3 games out of maybe 10. And now we're playing our first League Militaire game. Let's attack his shield, see what he wants to do. He blocks it. He wants to lose his card. Is he setting up a shot your turn? Possibly. It's probably a good time to do our let's swing with this out of shields as well. No. Interesting. If I swing the Rick Diaz, he would block.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me. I hope you still need me a million years from now.
This game is so freaking stupid. I'm literally looking at the screen waiting for the pop-up of the tokens, and I'm like, why didn't it pop up the token? And then I kill my own Richie Gundam. Like, so dumb, dude. Absolutely cooked. Well, let's play another game of this garbage. Yes, LOL is correct. Absolutely stupid. Like, the fucking prop system on this whole game is so stupid. Like, it's completely ridiculous. Alright, mulligan, starting hand, no. Realistically, we can mulligan this hand, but it's like, you know, we have all our early game cards, we just don't have our powerful cards. But we do have Rizal. Rizal, Striker Pack, and Swing. Play this, discard the Striker Pack because I don't need it. Green, red CBA. I hate playing into CB because of that new red level 4 is so stupid that... Okay, he's playing purple green. Thank God. I don't have to worry about his broken red card. Not much to do here. Or just keep my cards around. Use the EX to simply put out a blocker. Probably shouldn't have done that in hindsight because you could have played lock on and take on my blocker and then take on my Rizal anyways. I guess he would lose his lock on after that, but... I mean, I'm definitely gonna block. He plays another one. Playing an Uso here is fine. Take out his shields. Be very aggressive. I could put this onto this simply because I want to like not lose to lock on Link or something. But is that really worth it? Might be. He's playing red though. He could kill my guys. Or sorry, he's playing purple, not red. He could have Fiddle Strikes or something. Okay, there comes his Link. Not a big deal. I wish Gundam games were more interesting than this, but unfortunately they're not. There's lock on. Do we win or do we lose? We won. Alright. So victory at last. Alright, that's going to be the end of the stream today, guys. Appreciate all of you being in the chat, hanging out with me, and talking and watching me. I have to go set up a table for my Warhammer 40k game in person, which is right behind me, and get prepared for him coming over in about 40 minutes. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Look forward to my future videos coming out once I start doing the whole interview style series and stuff, even from the judge's perspective. There should be coming out back to back to back. I think that's going to be a very good brand new avenue to just start pumping out content that's original and unique, and people can listen to it, whether they're card games. And it's not just me talking, it's going to be you know, I'm gonna try to mostly be my whoever I bring on talking and trying to question them about things. And they can also question me if they want. But alright, stay tuned. Make sure you guys like the video, and make sure if you guys watch any of my content to drop a comment in the video section, in the comment section on the videos. That helps out the algorithm and stuff. And then if you guys want coaching, I'm only around for 2 more months, so please do message and sign up for coaching with me as soon as possible. And if you want GTO 5 coaching 100% or new types or anything, make sure you guys message me, because I'm gonna be gone early August, like in the first week of August. So anybody who wants GTO 5 coaching, like, sign up, pre-sign up with me immediately, so that I can help you out, like pre the booster box hitting the shelves, and immediately as soon as I have access to the cards when Bandai previews them, I will start working on all your stuff immediately, giving you guys the best chance to winning your new types and doing well at your booster box events and all that jazz. And yeah, then I can also leave for my vacation and stuff, with my goal accomplished. Alright, take care guys.